In the year 269 AD, the most powerful empire on earth received terrifying news. Egypt had fallen. Not to another empire, not to a barbarian horde, but to a woman. Her name was Zenobia, and she was just getting started. This is the story of a forgotten queen who rose from the Syrian desert, conquered nations, humiliated emperors, and came closer to destroying Rome than almost anyone in history. And yet, most people have never heard her name. Until now. To understand Zenobia, you first need to understand Palmyra. Palmyra was an ancient city in the middle of the Syrian desert. It sat at the crossroads of the Roman and Persian empires, controlling some of the richest trade routes in the ancient world. Silk, spices, gold, everything flowed through Palmyra. Rome tolerated Palmyra because it served as a buffer against Persia, but Palmyra was growing wealthy, dangerously wealthy. And when Zenobia's husband, King Odenathus, was mysteriously assassinated in 267 AD, everything changed. Because the throne didn't pass to a general, it didn't pass to a senator, it passed to her. Zenobia didn't just inherit a kingdom, she transformed it. Ancient historians described her as brilliant, fearless, and ruthless. She spoke Egyptian, Aramaic, Greek, and Latin. She rode with her soldiers on horseback. She held war councils that would last through the night. She wasn't interested in being a puppet queen sitting behind palace walls. She wanted an empire, and Rome had no idea what was coming. Her first move was political. She declared her young son, Vaballathus, the rightful king, but everyone knew who was really in charge. Zenobia began expanding Palmyra's borders. She strengthened her military. She forged alliances with tribes and kingdoms across the Middle East. And then she turned her eyes toward the greatest prize in the ancient world. In 269 AD, Zenobia launched her invasion. Her general, Zabdas, led a massive Palmyrene army into Egypt. The Roman garrison stationed there was completely overwhelmed. Within months, Zenobia controlled all of Egypt. Think about what that means. Egypt was Rome's breadbasket. It supplied grain to feed millions of Roman citizens. Losing Egypt was like losing oxygen. But Zenobia didn't stop there. She pushed westward into Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. She seized parts of Lebanon and Palestine. Her empire now stretched from the Egyptian Nile to the edges of the Black Sea. At its peak, Zenobia's Palmyrene empire controlled nearly 1/3 of Roman territory. She even started minting her own coins. She removed the Roman emperor's face and replaced it with her own. That wasn't just rebellion. That was a declaration of war. For a while, Rome was too distracted to respond. The empire was crumbling from every direction. Dramatic invasions, economic collapse, political assassinations. But in 270 AD, a new emperor rose to power. His name was Aurelian, and he was Rome's most dangerous weapon. Aurelian was a soldier emperor, born on the battlefield, forged in blood. He had one mission: restore the Roman Empire at any cost. And his first target was Zenobia. In 272 AD, Aurelian marched east with a massive Roman army. He cut through Anatolia, reclaiming territory city by city. Zenobia's forces met him at the Battle of Imme near Antioch. It was brutal. Zenobia's heavy cavalry initially pushed Rome back, but Aurelian used a brilliant tactical retreat to exhaust them, then crushed them on the counterattack. Zenobia fled to Palmyra. Aurelian followed. He surrounded the city and laid siege. Zenobia sent desperate messages to Persia begging for help. No help came. As food and water ran out inside Palmyra, Zenobia made one last desperate move. Under the cover of night, She mounted a fast camel and fled east toward the Euphrates River, hoping to reach Persian territory. She almost made it. Roman cavalry intercepted her just as she reached the riverbank. She was captured and brought before Aurelian in chains. The queen who had conquered Egypt, who had minted her own coins and defied the greatest empire on earth, was now a prisoner. Palmyra surrendered shortly after. When the citizens later revolted, Aurelian returned and destroyed the city entirely. The jewel of the desert was reduced to rubble. Here is where history gets murky. Some Roman accounts say Zenobia was paraded through the streets of Rome in golden chains, humiliated before cheering crowds. But other sources claim something remarkable. They say Aurelian was so impressed by her courage that he gave her a villa near Rome, that she lived out her days as a free woman, married a Roman senator, and raised her children in peace. We may never know the truth, but what we do know is this: Queen Zenobia nearly broke the Roman Empire. She proved that power doesn't care about gender, that one person with enough courage and ambition can shake the foundations of the most powerful civilization on Earth. And yet, most people have never heard her name. Until now. If this story amazed you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We bring forgotten stories like this back to life every single week. Drop a comment below. Do you think Zenobia could have defeated Rome if Persia had helped her? And if you want another incredible story, click the video on your screen right now. History remembers the victors. We remember the legends.